So there must be something that you do though when you're Hendrick, allowing people to explore themselves. How do you do that? How do you help them get to that deeper part of what their own meaning in their life is?
Yeah, so I like to come from a ontological coaching perspective specifically, and using the language of the report, but also using the language that the client gives me. Also exploring what the client's mood and emotions is, and then see how they react and how it sits in themselves. Because from an ontological coaching perspective, we believe that if we can move the way people talk and how they make assessments and what their beliefs are, we can enable them to build new competencies with a new way of looking and observing the world, because we just observe the world for who we are. So if we can move who we are, we can move them. So I would normally start very simply by asking the client, how are they experiencing, how did they experience the report, and what stood out for them,
Yeah.
and what do they agree and don't agree with. And then I like to take the report simplistically in three parts. Is how do you want to engage with your advisor, and what communication style? How do you prefer? What didn't work from your previous engagement with other advisors? What do you want from the relationship from an advisor? And bring that conversation then back to the report. Um, I always, when I train financial planners, I say there's a part of the report that's like doing a competency-based interview. Is uh, Somebody will say, but no, that's not me. I'm great at budgeting. Okay, that's fine. Okay, how do you do your budgeting? How often do you do a reconciliation on your budgeting? How many accounts have you got? And then you start getting the evidence, and you start getting people to bring the facts to the table. And I'm not there to judge, but they'll get to their own realization. The second part is then around the dials in terms of the report. So I call it the financial competencies, is to say, how do you deal and manage your finances. And then the last part is then, how do you think about investments, risk? What knowledge have you got? Which is great, especially in the 6-6-page report, is that the whole thing at the bottom, where you then talk about learned behavior, where the ontological part again comes in. What is your mood about markets? What is your mood in terms of where you think you are in terms of your journey, etc., which then again is a very rich conversation. So those three parts, relationship, communication, what do you want from your financial planner, um, competencies and managing money, and then how do you think about investment. So that's how my standard, more or less, conversation, how I look at the report.